week, another episode.
Okay, can
Fin-
you hear me?
Finally got the connection and shit together.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, niggas.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
Does this sound loud?
I mean, it sound like you're in the bathroom.
Can y'all hear that?
Yeah, I mean, we not deaf and shit. Yeah, we hear you knocking, bro.
Well, nigga, I'm just making sure
Yeah.
my phone's on the other couch. Like, I'm just trying to make sure this bitch works. Like, this shit. All right, bet.
So what you have to do?
Nigga, I couldn't even tell you. I did the same shit. Literally, just it was working up until like I've got. Is your blue light on your USB?
What you talking about on the big joint? Yeah.
The blue light's on.
Yeah.
All right, it literally should just be the Yeti. You want to plug into what the fuck is it? Yeah, just plug the Yeti into the USB port, any of them,
Right.
and then you plug the USB that's on that one into the white part, into the fucking dongle shit. Pause. That word's awkward, but
This nigga said pause.
nigga, dongle is a weird ass word. Pause.
Mm-mm-mm.
So that's what I'm doing right now. Mine's working.
So you said you got the Yeti plugged into the black thing, right?
Yeah, into the USB, and then the one that's attached to it, plug that one into the other piece. And then all my shit's on, my lights on, I can hear. It's loud as shit. There we go. All right.
I don't even know what you're talking about. The one that's attached to it, y'all. The Yeti got the Yeti is only one cord, right? From the Yeti to
Do you have the lightning cable that's plugged into your phone?
the 2-port piece, right?
Yeah, that white one plug into your phone. The black USB should go into the white lightning cable. So Yeti to the USB, and then the USB into the white cable that's connected to your phone. I don't know why the fuck this shit got to be so complicated. But, you know. Stellar ass audio, though.
Well, how everybody doing? Welcome to another episode and shit.
It's gonna be a fun episode. I got a couple things we're gonna run through. It's gonna be a good week. There's gonna be some disagreements, but it's all good.
When aren't there?
That's a fact. We've been doing this shit for 8 years.
Yeah, like everybody listening, if y'all think this shit is like wild, you have no idea.
Bro, we lost some of the best content ever was just like lost online.
This is a very tame show.
Lost Xbox audio files. That shit's a hit. I don't give a fuck. That shit's a hit. If we could ever call Microsoft and just get them files, woo.
No bullshit. Because it was definitely some wild shit being said. Especially if we was playing Mo Williams.
That's a fact. Fuck Mo Williams, bro.
we getting our fuck yous out early.
But you know. Absolutely. Absolutely. I just got my ticket for this YG album listening party.
Damn.
Down in Mexico.
How far a ride is that?
It's only like 30 minutes out. It's in Rosarito. Mind you, nigga, like I could cross the border in like 20 minutes. Like, Shit, it takes me just about as long to cross the border as it does to fucking go to
Oh
the
yeah,
beach.
cause you right by the beach, right?
Yeah, I'm like right now. I'm like, I mean, if there's traffic, the beach is 15
I was about to
minutes
say
away.
that in itself not even
Like,
like
it ain't
that.
shit. Nah, it's not bad at all. Hey, Will, can you hear us?
He had to fix the Yeti joint.
Yeah. Mine, honestly, I don't know if you can hear it. You could probably hear us. You just can't. I don't know if it's allowing you to say anything. Mine fixed. I closed Anchor and then went back into it and just tested out before you open Anchor. And if you can hear yourself talking through the Yeti, you're straight. It just wouldn't let me do it while I was in Anchor.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you can hear me.
Cause that's usually what
There we go.
happens,
Hopefully
like
you
when I like if my shit come up and I gotta reconnect to the podcast. There we go.
Y'all get me?
did.
Yeah.
Yo, can you hear us?
Nah, shit was
Yep.
working before I just
Is
left.
y'all
and
your
came
shit
back
on?
in. I'm gonna leave and come back in real quick.
The nigga got notes
Shit,
for this show.
I be like, let me get a write a run of the show, like what we should do, but then I be like, we gonna be freestyling that shit anyway, no matter how hard we try.
Well, I got this one. Like, this one's gonna kind of be set up like as a game show and shit. I got some topics, but this one's definitely. This one is a shout out to Instagram. I got a lot of shit from Instagram that I want to bring into this show. So shout out to Instagram. Not that y'all niggas need shout outs,
Yeah,
but
that's a
follow me
fact.
if you don't follow me.
Definitely a fact.
Instagram,
So
shout
I'm
me out.
popping one.
Fuck.
Damn, basketball starting in like 2 months. That's wild. USC first game September 1st. No, basketball starting
You
like the
said
end of
basketball. You
September
said
and shit,
football.
and like USC first game September 1st. Yeah.
Are you talking about college ball? I just as much as I love football and basketball, I just can't fuck with college sports. I don't get it. Like, and I couldn't even give like a good reason why I don't like them because like I like individual games. Like I'll watch whatever like the primetime Saturday night matchup is and shit. But as far as watching on a
I
consistent
definitely
basis,
fuck
I
with
just
college
can't do it.
football more than NFL, but I fuck with NBA more than NCAA probably, and that's maybe. And I'm not even sure about that all the way, to be honest.
We got a lot of NBA we talking about today. Also, and I'm doing this for my show, so I want you to the fact FS1 really is using niggas like fucking with the LeBron mural as like a way to take shots at Kobe is the most wild shit ever.
The fact that people, I don't even know that shit. Yeah, bro.
I'm assuming so.
Is y'all your shit working? Yeah, just turn your volume up a little bit, Joe. You little quiet. Yeah, that's good. All right. So, all right, now we can actually get to the intro or start. How y'all doing this week?
Wait, what you say? Yeah, what you say, Will?
I said this episode 18, ain't it?
Shit. We've been doing this for a long time. What was last week? Episode 17. So yeah, this is episode 18 to be named in a couple of minutes.
Shout out to Peyton Manning, the greatest number 18 ever.
Shout out to JoJo Jefferson, the greatest 18 never heard about. I made that name up, but I know it's a nigga in the hood named JoJo Jefferson somewhere.
Somewhere.
Damn. Shot. Hey, I don't know if y'all heard. I'm still tripping out, and I've heard like the clip like 2 or 3 times now. I've heard the clip plus like a minute to the song. R. Kelly's like the wildest motherfucker ever. Like
Statement
something's just
said
not
in
right in that nigga's head.
2006.
It took that clip for you to realize that.
Like,
like it's just the fact of like, it's one thing like people do fucked up shit all the time, right? Like that, you're just never gonna stop that. But it's like the way some of these niggas think, and like when they really like explain and like try to rationalize, and like they try to make themselves seem like I'm the rational one, like y'all fucking wild. Like that nigga really's out here talking about like, you know, what you really think is a sex victim, like what, like nigga, you was kidnapping bitches. How the fuck you gonna say what really is a
Kelly
cult, what really is a
Leah
sex
at
victim?
15, and niggas let him cook for decades.
That's why he don't know why, you know, what's a crime or not, because he's been getting away with shit for so long.
Like when R. Kelly, I always say this.
Turn the gain up a little bit, Will.
People never mention it. Never forget R. Kelly dropped a double album, a R&B and a gospel album. That nigga been wildin', but he made "Stepping in the Name of Love." So it's like hey, hey man.
He definitely made "Step in the Name of Love" and "I Believe I Can Fly."
When that nigga definitely dropped this the remix to Ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. So you know that all that really says is if you got hits, we overlook your pedophilia. If we keeping it a buck, because I mean I don't know if Mike touched them kids or not, but I know if Don't Stop Till You Get Enough come on, you know I'm doing a little 2-step.
Yo, that's wild. That's wild. All right, so where we want to start? How you let them pistol?
Anybody listening to this, comment on any of the socials if you think this shit was a hoax, because it definitely is.
They say they got police video. Well, y'all hear the story that he gave?
And my Tekashi voice.
Damn. we starting out like that. It's gonna be the biggest episode ever.
Nigga. Bliggy with the Steffi out.
They say he ain't gonna Bliggy that day.
Hey, them lyrics is hilarious. Niggas are turning that shit on them. Hey, that's how you say text my gangster. It was, so the story was that, the initial story that came out was like, obviously he came home from the music video, whatever, it was like 4:00, got pistol whipped, kidnapped. Hey, nigga, why you so small you get kidnapped?
Niggas say that like you can't be grown and get kidnapped.
Hey, yo. My girl, she was like, oh, if they only had him for a couple hours, it ain't kidnapping. I'm like, nigga, if they took him without his consent, it's kidnapping. No matter how long he was going, they could have took that nigga for 10 minutes. Like, if you tell somebody you don't want to go and they take you anyway, you got kidnapped, nigga.
That shit wild just to be like, I got kidnapped. Like, like nigga, like so what nigga snatched him up and threw him in the back of a van, a motherfucking Civic?
How you grown and get kidnapped? That's why.
That's what I'm saying.
Being grown and kidnapped is crazy.
Right.
The nigga got grown napped.
That's a fact.
But he got adult napped and shit.
Oh shit.
That nigga, but he came out and his story was that he was driving, because they said they pulled up on his house. His story was like they was driving.
You ain't really famous if niggas know where you live at.
Niggas ran it in.
I said you ain't really famous if niggas know where you live
You said
at.
what? That's a fact. Well, this nigga also does some dumb shit. Like, he definitely, like, a couple weeks ago was running outside his house, like, just in his underwear and, like, a fucking super soaker and shit. Running down the street, like. But he said someone rear-ended him, and there was, like, 3 of them jumped out with guns.
And they snatched
the driver out the car, took his phone. and then drove.
That's the Detroit Ave, that nigga.
He said what?
I'm sorry, you can't talk the shit he talking and get caught slipping.
That's a fact.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and his ass. Then he said they took him to the house. And he said he's like, and he's trying to redeem himself now and shit. And he's all talking about like, oh, I chose my life over money, which like fine. But the nigga was like, when they went to the house, it was his baby mom's, and his daughter was there, and they was basically saying like, you either give us the money or we shoot them.
Fake.
Number one, I'm not taking no niggas to the house where my baby mom is at and my kid. Nigga. Like, you might as well just shoot me in the car. Like how you snitch on your family?
That's what I'm saying.
Family?
Yo, especially when you sit there and like talk, like you said, when you talk as much shit as him, like fuck, like Offset was
not only that, but you can't
minding his
talk
own
that
business.
shit. You gotta get shot. I ain't saying you gotta die, but you gotta take a bullet to the fucking arm or something. You know, you got.
In the words of Vince Staples, y'all niggas gonna have to kill me, cause it ain't going down today, dog. Because it's like, okay, you live, but like, you live as a nigga that got robbed.
Especially when you like your whole shit is supposed to be like you tough as shit, or like you ain't never been tough. I was laughing my ass off though. Charlamagne was like, "Hey, I don't believe it yet." He told me he was gonna call me when someone touched me.
Like,
Hey, if somebody asked how he got caught, he gave up tell him I was out here letting my nuts hang. That's what he said. The whole Breakfast Club interview.
This nigga 6'9". Nigga said they got off for $800,000 in jewelry.
Hey, 6'9".
Call us up, bro.
Call us. Tell us the real story. Get your Anchor profile up. Call us.
1-800-223-9797. Ask for
just call us.
Ask for Ebro.
Hey yo. Nah, that shit was wild. Speaking of niggas talking shit, we got 50 and Floyd beefing wild. Again.
That shit wild because 50 funny as hell because like you can't be cool with your mans beating up women when y'all cool, but then you like I'm gonna expose you when y'all not cool.
Because that's the shit I was just looking at. That like you a dumb nigga to beef with 50 if that's your man. Like a nigga, if 50 know your personal life, you dumb as fuck for beefing with him. Because it's like niggas that don't really know 50 is stupid for beefing with him, and now a nigga that you know.
And like you done known 50 for like years.
And y'all done been through this before. y'all just did this 2 years ago when he told you fuck the bucket of ice.
Niggas be tripping.
Hey, nigga, that's like the funniest video ever. Just to hear 50 go like, if you could read one page out of a Harry Potter book, nigga.
Niggas be tripping talking about 50 going too far. I'm like, this nigga got shot 9 times.
Like all of the shit that Floyd been posting is like, yeah, it's been entertaining, but it's like, all right, I can tell Floyd is like pissed for real, and that shit is all a joke to 50.
Like 50 got shot 9. If I get shot 9 times and I live to talk about it, like nothing is too far for me.
That's a fact.
Me and my girl definitely just watched Den of Thieves like last night, and I seen 50 get killed, and I was pissed. That nigga, you got shot 9 times, and you let these niggas shoot you in the neck, and you died.
50 definitely said Floyd 63-0. I said, bro, this nigga wild.
What he say? He said
he said he beat 50
women,
niggas, 11 bodies. Women, and he got 2 niggas killed. I say, wow.
And it's only fucked up because they're going to be cool again in a couple months.
Because Floyd ass stupid and 50 ass ain't taking this serious.
What else we got here?
Oh no, what?
So I'm gonna just go. All right,
back to this 50.
So I got
the funniest shit is the fucking I keep watching Irv Gotti and Ja Rule chime in on Floyd's posts and shit.
Hey, no, Ja Rule definitely liking every post.
Mind you, I think one of these niggas like either Insta snapped or Insta tweeted or Insta story some shit that said I told you so or something like that. Like what you think? If niggas ain't believing when you said it, what make you think niggas gonna
think we're gonna believe it now? 15 years later.
Like,
it was before the internet.
Because it's like one of the things where like I can't be your man's.
The internet plays no.
It's like I can't be your man's and you telling me I'm a snitch, and then when we beefing, I'm your man's all this time, but when we beefing, all of a sudden I'm a snitch.
I'm a rat, all type of shit. Like, come on, bro.
Hey, you cut out for a second, Joe.
Ja Rule definitely ain't never think Trump gonna hold that L.
If Ja Rule was smart, he'd try to squash the beef.
Yeah, we know that ain't gonna happen.
We definitely know that ain't gonna happen.
Ja Rule and Irv been trying to convince us that they the hardest street niggas since 2002. The disruption. But y'all won't know that though when y'all hear the final cut.
We're gonna try to make sure y'all don't know that, but you know.
Yo. Okay, this shit's just fucking with me right now. Okay, I'm gonna figure out what the fuck's going on with this later. We just gonna do it how we always do. Fuck,
I took my shit out too. Fuck that.
That shit's bullshit. Hey, I don't know why the fuck he's doing that, but eventually we'll have that shit working. But today is not that day.
What was you saying? You were saying. I know you were saying that
we still here.
Irv and Josh been trying.
Oh yeah, like I'm like I know that I know Jai for the squash that shit because if they was from the squash shit, they would have did that shit years ago.
I don't know. Y'all think Floyd got a ghostwriter? Keep it 100.
Floyd definitely got a Quentin.
It might be Quentin.
Yeah, he ain't getting no rap work these days.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm saying that nigga was on Everyday Struggle.
I forgot he lost his leg and shit.
Well, didn't he lose his leg? What happened to his leg? Oh, he was in an accident, a car accident, right?
He got that shit amputated. They said.
Yeah, he was in a car accident, all right?
I think so. I don't know.
Either a car accident or meet goons, one or the other.
He just said meet goons.
O'Malley and them. Allegedly.
Okay. All right, we're going to play some IG trivia. Y'all ready? All right, so I got this. So this was kind of inspired by the message. I don't know who sent it yesterday or the other day. So we're going to do start one, cut one, bench one, right? We're gonna start with the one that we had in the group chat the other day. So we got start one, bench one, and cut one. We got Clay, Ray Allen, and Reggie Miller.
Oh, go ahead,
Who want to start?
Like I said before, I'm starting Clay, and then I can't remember. I think I said I was putting Ray on the bench. And I don't even remember if I got that far. I think I might have just said that I was starting Clay. But I start Clay, put Ray on the bench, and I'm cutting Reggie. Shout out to Reggie though. I don't mean no disrespect. They all great.
Shout out to Cheryl. Hey Reggie, keep it real, bro. You only getting cut because you got a tattoo on your belly button of the sun.
Yeah, nigga, that might be worse than Tyrese tramp stamp. When I realized, I forgot what I was watching, and I seen this nigga Tyrese had like a tattoo on his lower back. I said, "Nigga, pause." In real life.
Hey, yo. And it ain't no disrespect to none of them, and everybody that we do this with, to say like they great or to say like really going to disrespect someone because all these niggas is great, so you don't need to be repeated a whole bunch of times. But like I'm starting Ray because I think prime Ray Allen is better than prime Klay Thompson. Or
one of them
Reggie
niggas
Miller,
got 3 rings in their prime. We ain't gonna say who. No, you can continue. I ain't mean to interrupt you. My bad, Joe.
Nah, you good. But I'm starting Ray. See, I'm starting Ray, benching Reggie, and
shout out to Clay, man.
Like, and that ain't, like I said, the other two have led teams, regardless of.
Listen, man, if I'm picking them for my team, I mean, I'm already the best player on the team, so I don't need another leader. I need somebody to catch and shoot.
See now, that's what. So no, we're not basing that. Well, actually, yeah, we will, because that'll get to the final one. So just keep notes of who you're picking, because we're gonna go through like all 5 positions doing this shit.
I'm starting Ray Allen.
Who you starting?
I'm benching Clay, and I'm cutting old Reg.
I'm gonna get this shit. Let me grab my pen real quick, because I'm definitely about to have this. We're gonna see which team sounds the toughest at the end of this list. Give me like 1 second. Hey, Will, explain what you said you was gonna.
You said explain why I'm starting Clay and cutting Reggie, because Clay got 3 rings in his prime.
Yeah,
he's an elite defender. He's an elite offensive talent. My bad, I got in my analyst bag for a minute.
I was about to say William A. Smith.
No, I ain't got the stutter. My stutter ain't as strong as his. Get my shiggy out.
Yo, he do that shit perfectly, yo.
Get my Shiggy A. Smith. They should definitely have have Shiggy, Stephen A. and Jamie Foxx's Cleveland A. Smith all at the table together.
Hey, yo.
Shiggy A., Stephen A., and Cleveland A.
Cleveland A. Smith.
That shit is funny.
All right, so we got Clay.
Right.
Who are you starting, Tony?
Shuttlesworth.
And then on the bench, so Will got Ray Allen coming off the bench.
Yeah, I got Clay on the bench.
You got Clay on the bench, Tony?
Cutting old Reggie.
All right, and I got Ray starting and Reggie coming off the bench. All right. Now we doing big man. Start one, bench one, cut one.
Why is this so easy?
Shaq, Hakeem, and Kareem.
I'll take this first. I'm starting Hakeem, benching Shaq. Shout out to Kareem though.
What he said.
Well, I mean, as great as Kareem is, this might have been the easiest one, because between the most dominant and probably like the nigga with like some of the best post moves. I got Shaq. Fuck that shot.
The best shot ever.
Shaq going. I don't know which one is more effective: the fact that Shaq is 300 pounds, or the fact that Kareem had the hook. Because Shaq getting wherever he want to get.
What Will said. Tony. Because like Hakeem really don't get, like, I ain't gonna say the respect, but like this nigga was so cold, bro.
And Hakeem's a monster. I think we all in agreement. Like, Hakeem's my starter.
Nigga, put Shaq.
I'm taking
Shaq on the bench, yo.
Like, this nigga was the second best player in the league, like behind Mike. Like, and that pretty much makes you number one.
That make you number one by default.
And he was the best player for like.
Because it's like, all right, Mike is on another planet, but on Earth, I'm number one. like Mike is on another planet, but here on Earth, I'm number one. That's how I was.
All right. So I guess I'm going different. I'm cutting Shaq. I'm starting Hakeem, and I'm putting Kareem on the bench. Excuse me. All right. Now we got wing, and this one sucks. Now this one I think is the easiest one, but it sucks because it's definitely if you got to go with wing, you got Mike, Kobe, and D Wade.
Shit.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, this is definitely the easiest one.
Hey, no, can we do this like?
Well, I mean, technically,
like eras. Like
I mean, because I was about to say technically, we would have to take because we already picked between the two guards, which was Klay Thompson. So I mean, technically speaking, these three would have Reggie already out.
Nah, Reggie a 3 though.
Reggie could be whatever. Reggie could be because if you want to put him with 3 guards, who you gonna name that ain't gonna get him out of there?
Quentin Richardson.
I'm just saying, just go with the list, yo, because we building like because it's not so much by position. Because I was even when I was doing this, when I was saying big men, my initial list I was gonna run it off.
So then, do that mean for like? So is the
Shaq,
next one gonna be forwards, or are you gonna separate it by power forward and small forward, or is it just gonna be forwards? Period.
Not
all
right.
Right, well,
you'll see where I'm getting at though, because it's not
well,
by position.
I can pick. I can pick from the wings.
That they have, right? So it's like so this one's more so. So wings, yes. So this one's more so like scores. Like you're gonna have, you got your big, you got your shooter, and like this is your scores. You got and we can even if y'all want to throw in a different nigga, like these are the ones I had. If y'all want to,
well, we could do it with the list that you got first, Jeff.
Then
I'll pick from the wings. You said Mike, Kobe, and D Wade, right? All right, so I'm gonna start Mike, of course, which it ain't really what I wanted to do. I would want to start Kobe, but I figure Kobe and Shaq on the bench. Kobe and Shaq off the bench together.
I'm definitely starting Kobe.
I mean, they three-peated the starter, so I mean, hey. so I'm gonna start Mike and I'm gonna bring Kobe off the bench just cause.
Oh man.
Shout out to D Wade though. You like D Wade, like is he the third best shooting guard of all time?
Let Bill Simmons tell you he might be the 5th.
Hey, nigga, Bill Simmons.
He trying to start a campaign to put James Harden over him.
That's wild. And no, see, that's what's fucked. Like a lot of not even like a lot of like the kids that I've watched. Like a lot of niggas who's like high school. They
missed his best
really
year.
Don't fuck with D Wade.
I mean, you almost can't blame them because it's like if they don't go back and watch. They wasn't really able to comprehend basketball at the time D Wade was doing D Wade things. They missed the whole Flash era of Dwayne Wade. He was just Dwayne when they started watching this shit.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Finals is like some of the best shit from one person.
Do you think? And I'm on record. LeBron, D Wade, and Dirk got the last 3 best final performances of like the last.
Shout out to Dirk. He about to break the record for most years with one team. That's dope.
Dirk got a black wife too, so super shout out to Dirk.
But yeah, so who y'all picking off that list?
Hey, I think this one, my conversation more so revolved around. Like obviously, I think like I'm starting Kobe, and I'm bullshitting, but like I'm starting Kobe.
I damn near want to bring D Wade off the bench.
But now, do y'all think D Wade is like D Wade's just born at the wrong time? Like, and this is 100% no disrespect, but like Kobe came like right after Mike, and like. He was great enough to be like in that class, so he didn't get overshadowed. Plus, he played for the Lakers. But like D Wade played for the Heat, which relatively speaking ain't shit in terms of like long term of a franchise. He was never even the best player at his position at any given point in time. And it's like you coming off.
D Wade was definitely the best 2 guard in 09.
Like,
I mean, but that's like one of them things to where I think like, all right, is it because somebody have a better season, do that make them the better player? Because it's almost like, all right, D Wade can have a better season, but then it's like niggas ain't too many niggas really gonna be like, yeah, D Wade better than Kobe.
Like Kobe had probably a great Kobe won a ring that year, so like Kobe had the greatest season and shit like that. Yeah, and 08, yeah.
Wasn't Kobe the MVP the year before? 08? Well, Kobe should have like 2 or 3 MVPs. This bullshit.
I mean,
that
he got
niggas
one
say Kobe
MVP
only got one
because
MVP is some bullshit.
he earned one MVP. Name me the seasons where he should have won MVP.
Like 2 or 3.
Over Steve. We always say
one?
MVP ain't never the best player. It's who had the better season. Let's cut that shit out. Steve Nash team was better.
Nigga, Kobe averaged 35.
Let your bias go, bro.
Kobe
Steve Nash
35.
team was better.
Nigga, Kobe averaged 35.
Yeah, he
and
definitely
dunked on
did
Nash that year.
dirty.
Steve Nash team definitely knocked them out the playoffs.
That's fine. That nigga won still. Like, hey, what he did to Steve Nash was just wrong. Literally, like, those two, and like, it's cool that Steve Nash got an MVP, and he got 2 MVPs. Cool. Steve Nash was not more deserving of either of those MVPs over Kobe or Shaq. You could have picked either of them niggas to get an MVP over him. Like, the fact Shaq and Kobe only got 1 MVP.
I mean, we say that, but like, hey, Steve Nash team was popping.
Hey,
the Suns was changing the game at the time.
They were, and I believe it's one of the few things that, like, I can't even believe I'm saying this. It's one of the few things I agree with that nigga Nick Wright about. Is I think when you are a great, like, all-time player,
Nick Wright just screams
like,
weasel.
Yeah, like, but there is something to, like, Russ having an MVP for that triple-double season. There's something to Harden getting his MVP, and I do think Harden's like is entering into that, like, discussion of being in, like, the 5 or 6 top shooting guards. And there is something to having that MVP to, like, validate, like, how great you were. But Steve Nash should not have an MVP, either of those MVPs.
All right, so
over
Steve
Kobe
Nash is 04-05.
Like,
yeah, he won MVP and shit. Steve Nash 04-05. My son averaged 16 and 12. Now Kobe
was
Bean.
Was that one of his 50, 40, 90 seasons?
It definitely was.
Hey, that's an argument there.
It definitely was. Now my son Kobe Bean in 04-05, you know, doing what he do. Shout out Vanessa. Let's see.
What he averaged?
He averaged 24 and 5 with 6 rebounds. I know Shaq was washed by that.
What did Shaq average that year?
Shaq was washed compared to like old Shaq, not like statistically. But 04-05, let's see. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq averaged 23 and did I lose it? 23 and 10. And then it just went downhill from there and shit.
Shaq wasn't watching.
And that's funny because he won the Ringos. That shit is funny.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, that was the last year, and that was he hung on. Post 06, yeah, no, that was once he started getting hurt, it was just all downhill from there. But I'm not gonna say Shaq was washed in 04. And it's crazy because Shaq fell off like a bitch, just considering he was good for 30 and like 13 just 2 years ago. But you know, and then what's the 05?
Steve Nash 05-06, second year of the MVP shit. My son went 19, 11, 4 rebounds, another 40, another 50, 40, 90. Damn, that nigga's cold. Kobe in 05-06 went 35, 5 assists. Whoa. 5 assists. Kobe had 5 assists. 5 assists and 5 rebounds.
Nigga, Kobe is the... We ain't going to talk about Kobe. Besides LeBron, ain't another nigga got more assists than Kobe that's not
all right,
guard.
Sir. And we ain't going to talk about Shaq in 05-06. It was 29.
What was Shaq's averages in 05-06?
20 and 9.
It was what?
Okay. I'm saying Steve Nash's team was better, and he was the best player on the better team. That's what I said from the jump.
I mean, we kind of know, like, for the most part, it go to the best player on the best team, which, I mean, that's for the most part. So I still don't understand how Westbrook won it, but whatever.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like,
But that
there's
shit
no
is
but
gonna be
it's one
consistency.
of
rewarded
them.
because
But I think it's
Like
one of them
anyone that's
things
ever
where, like,
said, like,
if it don't go,
and the
like,
only
if it
reason
don't go to the best player on the best team, then it got to be a nigga that's doing something that ain't been done before, ain't been done for a long time, which is why Westbrook got it.
and Russ only won that shit because James Harden choked in that playoff game against the Spurs. And like as much as we might want to believe that the playoffs don't impact these awards now that they do them after the finals, they do. And if James Harden wouldn't have choked against the Spurs without Kawhi in that game, he definitely would have won MVP because he knocked Russ's team off his
nigga, they
footing.
have to turn the votes in before the playoffs.
If they say that,
They have to turn the
See, but
votes
I
in
mean,
before
it's
the
one of
playoffs.
them
That don't
things
even
where
make
it's like,
sense.
all right, if I knock Russ
But
out, like if he knocked Russ out, then how the fuck? Because who knocked Russ out? Did the Rockets knock Russ him out?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like if he knocked Russ him out, then
Yeah,
I
last
mean,
year.
I don't see them saying, "Oh, okay, well, we giving it to Russ." Like, I mean, even if I choke, it's like I'm still the nigga that knocked him out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there is no. You can go look at like every MVP, almost every MVP. Like, the only consistency there's ever been in MVP voting is a nigga's first breakout season, right? Like, that's the only one you can go back and be like, okay, they got this MVP because this is when they became like next level or like all time great. Like, you go look at almost anyone's first. Hell, you look at D Rose's like first season when he broke out. Nigga got the MVP. Go to
1999,
when is Shaq's
2000.
MVP? What year did he win it?
Fuck no.
That was
the
his
year
first year with the Lakers?
that was the year they won the championship finally. Like 98, yeah.
What year did he go to LA? Was 98? Okay, so second year with the Lakers. My
Nah,
bad.
that was his third year with
My
the
bad year.
Lakers.
It's like
98, 99,
that's his
2000.
third year. 98. He went 9.
So you win that shit in 2000. So like that's your third year, like actually, because like 97, 98. But
Was he
he was
in the
with LA.
97-98 season? Was he with Orlando or LA? Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was the 98-99 season when he went to LA. My bad. But it's like there's just no like real consistency about any of the MVP shit because if it's like I said, if it's best player on best team, Russ don't win it. If it's
But it is a consistency with that shit because it's like they not
team,
just saying like we doing this shit every year. It's like if you can do something that hasn't been done since niggas had whites and blacks only fucking sinks. Like if you do something like that, then you earn that shit. You get it. But if it's an even playing field to a certain extent, then we giving it best player, best team.
see, I don't even agree with that. Otherwise, LeBron would have.
But that's
4 MVPs
I mean,
by
he had 2, and Durant did a lot. Like Durant won the MVP in 2013-14, and D Rose won
were the other
MVP.
2
But
MVPs.
that goes back to best player, best team. And D Rose had the best team. He was the best player on the best team. Kevin Durant did a lot that was his first season doing a lot by himself because Russ was hurt most of that year. So that was his breakout season in a sense because, of course, we seen him put up his numbers and do his thing, but it was always with Russ. But this is the first time he took them to, I think they had maybe a top 3 seed, and it was Durant doing this by himself. And that's the first time you saw that dog in Kevin Durant that you ain't seen before. I mean, hey, I ain't got nothing to do with
Kevin
that.
Durant no more. I don't know if there's any dog left in that nigga. 2K got them niggas on a whole other level. They definitely about to have run out 490s.
DeMarcus Cousins definitely on 90 on 2K.
Shit, he should be. I mean, if you're basing it off last season.
If we doing that, then yeah.
That's what you got to base it off of.
DeMarcus.
Oh yeah, he was a 90.
Nigga, his rating already came out. Yeah. He in 90, Durant Curry gonna be like 95, 96, or even probably 97. And then Clay probably gonna be like an 89 or a 90. I don't know what Clay was last 2 years, but Clay's probably like 89 or a 90, and Draymond's probably like 87. Like, I think I got it. No, did I get it last year? No, I didn't get 17. I got 16 was my last one I got, and I barely played 16. But it's more so just kind of keeping track. Like, I'll still pay attention to the ratings because they kind of like conversation points and shit. But no, I don't know. And then even with that, What was it?
Nigga. Kobe, D Wade, and Mike.
I'm picking. Well, I'm doing Kobe and Mike. I like I said,
I don't even know how
my whole shit
started
with
with
like
Kobe,
I
D
just
Wade,
feel
and Mike.
bad.
The last
Like
name
I
said
just
was
feel
Marcus
bad for
Cousins.
Nigga.
How we go from Kobe, D Wade, and Mike to Boogie being a 90 on 2K?
We freestyle.
Because we interesting.
That shit like the basement with Big Tigger.
Absolutely.
If you know, you know.
All right.
Go back. Because my man Cassidy went down there and went crazy.
All right. So. All right. Now we got Passer. We got Magic, LeBron, Oscar.
I'm starting LeBron. I'm benching Magic and cutting Big O on that shit. I don't want everybody born in the '60s to stump me out.
Yeah, you know they debating for him to be the GOAT.
I don't want them to stump me out with fucking platforms on.
I'm doing the same exact thing you doing. Starting Brian, benching Magic, and then I see you when I see you, Shout out to O, man.
Damn.
We ain't gonna keep shouting y'all niggas out after we dish y'all either. That's coming to an end.
Hey, no, this is called no feelings meetings. Like we cut the nice shit out.
Yeah, I take that back. Fuck you, O.
Hey, wait, Tony, you didn't say because you said you were debating. Are you benching D Wade or you benching Kobe?
I don't know, cause D Wade was cold, bro. Like that's the thing. Like D Wade was fucking cold. I'm starting Mike, cutting Kobe, and I'm benching D Wade. Yeah, I'm cutting Kobe.
You ditching Kobe? All right, there we go. Now we got some differences in here. And you know what? I ain't even mad about that.
I mean, you could be mad if you wanted to.
I'm starting Kobe and benching Mike, so you know. Like, all right. See, and I'm gonna be different. And my shit, Magic got to go. I'm putting Big O on.
I don't know what Big O gonna do for you though. Yeah, good luck with them rebounds with Hakeem and Shaq down there. Good luck, nigga.
Oh shit!
You said what? Nigga, the foot like Magic gonna get rebounds with
Magic
them?
6'9".
Like Magic was gonna get rebounds with them? Oscar Robertson's like 6'6".
Magic 6'9". Like you telling me this nigga shorter than Magic don't like take away from my point.
Hey, if Karl Malone ever come up in any of this shit you already say, I'm cutting him off. Just because he said I don't want to play with Magic because he might sweat on me.
Hey, niggas was definitely out there scared to get scratched.
Hey, I was definitely about to just knock like, hey.
I don't know what's worse.
I was definitely about to say Oscar don't got
KG calling Charles Villanueva for a cancer patient.
Hey, no, because niggas definitely don't want to play with Magic. Like that shit was fucked up.
Niggas ain't want no scratch. They ain't want no sweat. They said, nah, nigga.
Nigga said he gonna be out there sweating and shit. I don't want no problem.
Niggas was about to start hooping in sweatsuits.
Niggas was wilding in the 90s, yo. Niggas was tripping.
Niggas was definitely about to get their numbers put on a full leather suit. They was gonna pass out at her.
Talking about running full court in velours.
Hey, KG definitely got a long history of saying foul shit to niggas. Cause I know niggas say that whole Cheerio shit wasn't true, but whatever he said had Melo waiting at the bus.
Whatever he said to Melo was definable offense.
You know, like they say he ain't say the Honey Nut Cheerio shit, but whatever that nigga said, it was enough to get that nigga Melo waiting at their bus.
It was I gotta snuff you level.
Oh shit.
See, now this is the one I couldn't think of a third one for. Excuse me. And so this one, I mean, you could say KG, but you don't shoot the same. I was doing
Dirk.
If you gotta have a stretch, you got Dirk, Bird.
You said who Dirk, Bird, and you said who would the third stretch be?
Who would? Yeah, I was thinking like
he
KG,
ain't the shoot. He ain't the
only
shooter.
stretched to like mid range.
We going Kevin Durant.
But that. Yeah, let's do. All right, I'm down with that. Durant, Bird, or
I'm definitely starting KD.
Dirk.
I was about to say.
And
sorry, Larry.
Just to be pretty much just to be the nigga I am. Dirk is definitely coming off my bench.
Sorry,
nigga, Dirkovic.
You said who coming off your bench?
Dirk Nowitzki. So you know what that means, Larry. Bye.
Damn. I mean, I'm starting KD. I'm probably bringing Bird off the bench.
I mean, because if you're talking about Kareem having an unguardable shot, you know that 7-foot German nigga got an unguardable shot too, and the 7-foot nigga KD.
No, I've made the case before on my show. I've made my case on the show that I don't think there's a difference at all between Dirk and Kareem. Kareem just played on a better team.
So what you doing, Tony?
I'm going Durant, Dirk off the bench, and I'm cutting Larry. I'm cutting Larry just because he smokes cigarettes.
I thought you was picking Larry because he was a Celtic.
That don't mean shit to me.
I don't know, y'all. I know how niggas be.
I'm gonna be like that in some instances, bro, but not this one.
All right, now each of y'all get any six man you want.
Got 2 wives.
Like just any 6 man.
You can bring any 6 man. Now it's got to be a nigga who's like genuinely a.
So I can't.
Man. So now
I can't take
like a nigga who just you can put on your bench.
All right.
Nah. I'm definitely pulling out, and I just need the Denver.
Nigga, he can either shoot you in or shoot you out.
Or shoot you.
That's a fact. So if I'm losing, I just need this nigga to let me know in the second quarter. I need him to let me know I'm winning tonight or not. Like, I got plans. I'm not finna be calling timeouts all throughout this bitch. Like, you let me know. Come on, Junior.
Who the fuck is Junior Smith?
But I could pretty much pick.
That's a classic.
As long as they was like a real 6 man. All right, I'm taking James Harden.
I was just ready to say that. Like, literally.
MVP and a 6 man of the year. 6 man of the year.
Nah, that nigga's a stat. That's not.
You can't be like he not a real 6 man and he won the award for that shit.
Listen, yo.
All right,
but you can't. Okay, but you can't pick with J.R. Smith. You get J.R. Smith to start. Now you gonna say, "Oh, I want Denver J.R. Smith."
If we going what he was at OKC, that's like
nigga,
a lockdown defender and like the point guard of their team.
That's fine.
He definitely can drop 30. Though.
I'm getting James Harden.
I don't want a nigga that's been holding on to their head that long.
Ginobili low-key been balling since he came in the league.
That's a fact. That's them. They was like the oldest niggas ever, and they was.
It's fucked up because Tony Parker was like 5 years, 6 years younger than these niggas, and just got grouped. He just got grouped with him because it was like, nigga, that's who you hanging out with, birds of a feather.
That's what I'm saying. Tony Parker was definitely like 25, the fastest.
They say birds of a feather. Like they say shit. That's who you rolling with.
Them your boys.
Yeah, look, if your boys, if our girls is hoes, then look, I don't know what to tell you.
Your niggas is old.
So let's look at this shit. So, and then
So now with these lists that we created,
let's see.
what at what point in their career do we get are these like? So that means
Now
I get prime version.
you getting
James
prime
Harden, right?
version of whatever nigga you pick.
Is James Harden even in his prime yet?
I mean, you could cut down on some turnovers.
Shady as hell.
Hey, what Shannon said, he could open up a bakery shop.
Shannon definitely be having those southern ass analogies and shit.
Shout out to Shannon Sharp, Broncos.
This nigga.
Had to get that in there. Who y'all running with a coach?
Damn, that's tough.
I don't know. I'll take Don Nelson. Some shit like that. Oh no, some shit like some dumb shit.
Hey, wait a minute, nigga. You gonna really have Shaq running
nigga said
his
Don
fat ass
Nelson.
down
Hey,
there with Don Nelson?
Man.
Hey, Don Nelson's a legend. That's like, if you really know basketball, like, that nigga's above his. That nigga's be way ahead of his time. Fuck Mike D'Antoni. But like,
Shaq is definitely coming off my
nigga,
bench, so yeah.
Them used to be like the.
Hey, he gonna be
you only
dominant
gonna be able
for
to
all
play
10
like
of
that,
those.
Nigga said make it count.
Hey, the best games in the world definitely used to be like 07, 08, like I want to say 07. It might have been 08, 09. But like late night Thursday, Golden State versus Phoenix, nigga, like 165 to 164 used to be my shit. Niggas play no defense and give a fuck. That was the game we could have played in. Because Monte Ellis and two random, like, they really had, like, Andres Biedrins getting, like, 20-20 and fucking Monte Ellis.
Monte Ellis. Oh, gangbanging Monte Ellis, man. Shout out to Monte Ellis. He was GD.
Damn, Monte Ellis is GD?
I don't know.
Because I'm sitting here like, damn, Monte Ellis is out here like that?
Let me see.
Shit, who am I picking for coach? That's tough.
I mean, just because the style of the team, not even because I really fuck with them.
I'm going with Derek Fisher.
Oh, yeah, Monte.
That Bonds' wife.
Monte Ellis. I mean, but he got beat up for it.
Allegedly.
No, I just said allegedly.
Because D Rose, I ain't see D Fish definitely had no bruises or nothing.
He did it in the offseason. Next time you seen him, he was good. Mind you, that nigga ain't. What was he doing at the time? Was he still coaching the Knicks, or was that nigga unemployed when he got beat up?
He was definitely coaching the Knicks.
Yeah, Monte Ellis was definitely GD.
Oh wow.
I just looked it up and I seen the handshake that he did with some nigga in the tunnel. I said, yeah, he definitely.
I remember that shit. I remember.
That's all it took to pop up. I said, oh yeah, I know that handshake anyway.
Damn, he got that shit tattooed on him too.
That's a way to be discreet. Big ass tattoo that say GD. Way to hide your gang affiliation.
Hey, Monte Ellis is fucking GD.
It's fucked up because these niggas be getting those tattoos like while they're in the league.
They definitely did.
Like, it ain't like you was like in the streets as a teenager and got that shit tattooed on you when you ain't had shit. Like, nigga, you become a millionaire and then you start getting this dumb shit.
Gangbanger. Shout out D Rose. D Rose from that.
That's a fact. But who you say your coach was?
I got Phil. Just because shit, I get a nigga Kobe and Mike. He can't lose.
Who you got, Tony?
I'm going Pat Riley.
Hey. 3 great coaches.
That's a good guy.
So what you ordered? Oh yeah, I ain't really put much
you
thought
really
into
going
it,
with
but
Don Nelson?
I figured like
I was like, hold on.
Shaq coming off the bench, he might be a little slow to get up and down, but when he get down there, it's on.
Nigga, they ain't gonna let him get down there.
Nigga.
That shit is
I think
definitely
with the other niggas on my team, I think we'll be all right. On one end of the court only.
Nigga, you was
So,
playing 5-on-4.
We can sacrifice Shaq on offense or defense. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, we can sacrifice him on one side of the ball.
Shit on like a big 3 game.
But nah, let me see. Am I sticking with Don Nelson? I'm gonna go with fucking I'm going
that's
with
not even a bad. Don't
David
like that's
Black.
not even a bad coach. Like,
how quick y'all think he gonna be fucking with these niggas?
Nigga, stop going David Black.
This be the instance where Mike punched the coach.
hey, y'all don't want. To be fair, mind you, nigga, you could choose.
You said what?
Coach.
Nah, that ain't it.
You said choose who? Magic who?
Magic. That nigga got coached.
Shit.
Nigga said Magic who?
Shit, you talking about Irvin?
That ain't never been said before. Like Magic.
You talking about Irvin?
Hey, ain't no nigga call that nigga.
I'm good, love, enjoy.
That nigga said Magic who?
Johnson? Like, look, nigga. You got me fucked up. Yeah, no.
Let Bron be your coach.
Oh, I might make Charles Oakley my coach. You can tell Brian try running shit then. try taking over then.
Hey, I'm gonna switch my selection. I'm getting Dwayne Casey. Get that nigga a job.
He gonna steal all these superstars. He gonna still find a way to fuck it up in the playoffs.
Hey, I got LeBron.
Nigga said I made Jesus walks.
Hey, I saw when Kanye made Jesus walk, he definitely thought that he could do no wrong after that. He figured yeah, these niggas can't really tell me shit now.
He said I can do whatever out here. Give me 14 years.
But no, I'm sticking with Don Nelson. He'll make it work.
Hey, he had a run. All right, now you get an assistant.
Tyronn Lue.
Shit, I might as well say Luke Walton, huh? But nah,
might as well. Hey, now my assistant is gonna be Damon Jones. That's a nigga everybody can release their anger out on.
Justin need him. He got J.R. Smith on his bench. He's gonna be throwing all types of soup at that nigga.
I do.
Chicken
noodle,
French onion. Who the fuck? I don't know who y'all got. Do y'all know yet? I got. Who the fuck do I want as assistant coach? Why that was like what I was thinking in my head.
Becky Hammond just to show the.
I mean, I couldn't get it out.
I'm gonna go Eric Spoelstra.
She's trying to build.
I ain't got Chris Bosh.
What the fuck?
Real definitely was on the Heat in 2011.
Eric Spoelstra still got the weirdest coaching position ever, only because that nigga.
That's what I call flipping the brick.
Was like, hey nigga, you want to coach?
He definitely finessed the league because he definitely considered one of the best coaches in the league. Top whatever number you want to put him.
People definitely went from sitting in the room watching clips to running shit. Remember niggas thought Eric Spoelstra was gonna get fired.
Eric Spoelstra thought he was getting fired.
Nigga, we thought Eric Spoelstra was gonna get fired.
Assistant coaches. I don't know. I'll fucking go with. Who was Tibbs the assistant for? I'll go with Tibbs. Who the fuck did he? What? Wasn't he the assistant with Boston or some shit?
Hell yeah. For mad years.
Yeah, when they was like, yeah, I'm going with Tibbs. We can get some defense preached out here in these streets.
Nigga, so I just want you to know you definitely got Don Nelson out here in time.
Hey, one nigga got him running up and down on offense, the other nigga got him running up and down on defense. Hey, we got backup plans for that.
Get Shaq on the salads, man.
When you build a team like mine, Shaq is like it's a plus. It ain't necessary though.
Nigga say your insurance policy.
Yeah, if something happened to Hakeem or something, then we got Diesel.
So, all right. So right now with Will's team, we got Bron, Mike, Clay, KD, and Hakeem is your starting five. All right. Tony, give me a second here. Mike, Bron, KD. So Bron. So you got Bron, Ray, Mike, KD, and Hakeem. Ray, Hakeem, Kobe, Bron, KD. All right, and then I got Bron, Ray, Kobe, what the fuck? KD and Hakeem. All right. If y'all got anybody that you think would have made the top three for any of the categories you chose? Like I said, I considered Duncan for big man, but I went with
Iverson, Chris Paul, and Isaiah Thomas. Detroit Isaiah for best little nigga.
For like best passer? Well, we don't even got best little. Well, best little. All right, they're not necessarily on the team. But best little nigga, Chris Paul, Isaiah Thomas.
If the question is best little man, the answer is
the answer.
That's a fact.
Yo, boy.
Who getting cut?
And I'm dead ass though, like no funny shit.
I mean, he kind of had to get cut, Joe.
I'm like, and don't get me wrong, like that's fine. I'm not even like that's valid. Okay, but there ain't even a difference between Chris Paul.
What's the next topic, bro? We had.
He said that's his way of saying he ain't getting into that shit with you.
Excuse me here. Ooh. Let's see.
So with these lists, what are we trying to see? Who had the best team?
You gonna run the simulation?
That's no. I'm just saying. Like, I was just curious who y'all would pick. Like, because if you sat there and like, I thought of it this way. Because like they basically say the NBA's positionless now, right? So like your team, like you running out like LeBron at the one, like for Will, you running LeBron at the 1, Mike at 2, Clay at 3, KD at 4, Hakeem at 5. Like
my lineup is wide. That's a dominant lineup. Clay scored 60 with under like 10 dribbles.
And then
he thought that in real life.
No, that's what I said. That's what I'm saying. Like he did that shit in 3 quarters with like under 10 dribbles the whole game. Hey,
LeBron might not score 20 points.
That's fine. LeBron okay with that.
Might get 20
assists. What that meme on Twitter say? That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem.
Ain't no problem.
That ain't no problem.
Hey. And then Tony, you got LeBron at the 1, Ray at the 2, Mike at 3, KD 4, Hakeem 5.
I'm straight with that team.
You
I
good?
got Mike at the 3. Hell yeah, I definitely got Mike at the 3. No,
Yeah, I mean, if you
Mike
want to
like
play Mike
6'7".
at the 2 or
I'll
Ray
throw
at the
Mike
3.
at the 3. I got Jesus Shuttlesworth, Mike, Jeffrey and shit. And I got James Harden coming off the bench for me.
That's it. That's your 6-man. Y'all both got
Yeah,
James
you wild.
Harden. 6-man, I got JR.
Pat Riley with the Armani suits.
Hey, nigga,
Let's get it.
Shout out to JR. Everybody know JR on the Nuggets is like one of my favorite niggas ever.
That's what I'm saying, though, yo. Like, I got Bron, Ray, Kobe, KD, and Hakeem. Like, if the game close in the
For
second
either
quarter,
team.
JR the difference maker. Absolutely. Absolutely. If it's like JR and James Harden, they come in the game and it's like, who gonna make like the bigger impact? 100 out of 100 times, JR gonna make the bigger impact.
Somebody definitely
Might not
gonna
be
get
positive,
shot.
but you know, he gonna make.
It might be a nigga on your team. It might be a nigga on our team.
But like, if I had the best shooter, if I had to pick like the best shooter for my team, it'd probably be Gilbert.
Not for basketball reasons.
Damn.
Nigga's funny.
Actually, here's the better one. If we did just best scorer, should Melo have made it over D-Wade?
Prime Melo. As far as just, I mean, niggas know I'm taking Melo over like everybody, but you know. Oh, definitely. Prime Melo, yes. Yes.
You taking Prime Melo as a scorer?
I mean,
over D-Wade?
and I fuck with D-Wade heavy, but I mean Melo 6'9".
Prime Melo over D-Wade as a scorer. Yeah.
Especially because we just talking about scoring. Prime Melo was like the best scorer in the NBA.
He was. The difference between and I don't think, I think it really like Brandon Ingram's, and he obviously gets talked a lot more out here just because in California. But like when niggas talk about Brandon Ingram's like Durant or Melo, it's like, I always talk
20 a
y'all
game.
niggas realize Melo and Durant came in the league dropping 20. Not like they got there. Like them niggas day one was dropping 20 a game. Like it wasn't like he was scoring.
Believe it or not, they did my boy Melo dirty in his rookie year. Definitely.
You think he should have won it? You think he should have won Rookie of the Year? I don't even know what LeBron's stats are off the top of my head for his rookie year. I couldn't even.
That shit only funny because Melo, Melo whole trajectory would have changed if them niggas just would have took him at 2 instead of motherfucking old boy. Yeah, that changed everything. That changed the league. Like, to be honest.
No bullshit. Because you put Melo on the Pistons, then now you talking about somebody that's gonna probably be dominant on both sides of the ball just off benefiting from that system.
Nigga, that wasn't a system. That was.
I'm saying he would have benefited from that. That was the system.
No, that was the best Melo ever played. I still the 2 best years of Carmelo Anthony are with Chauncey Billups. I don't think there's a better Melo than that. What's that? 08, 09? Because Melo was playing defense then. And niggas it was crazy when it's now he's never been an elite defender, but he got really good at just the way he positioned his body and could play defense.
I hate the fucking internet because the internet will have you believe that these legends and these great players is just average.
But that's because the kids control the internet, and the kids ain't they wasn't watching that. When we was watching these niggas dominate, they wasn't. So now it's they looking at it now, and they to them all that shit we talk about with Melo in his prime and Melo doing what he did, that's all hearsay to them. They ain't really see it themselves. So it's whatever. They yeah, fuck that. He trash.
Because And what's crazy is I told and I was talking now obviously because of my job, like I get to talk to like obviously younger people, and it was someone's it was one of his brothers, one of the kids' brothers, and he's a freshman in high school, and he's like, oh well, Steph Curry's great because like how far like he can shoot, and I'm like, that's all cool and whatnot, but in regard, and like he was shitting on Melo, it's like Melo's one of only 3 niggas I've ever seen in my life, and in real time, I obviously didn't get to see Mike in real time. Only one of 3 niggas I've ever seen
This
who
was
literally
Melo's
was
first
comfortable
season,
anywhere he
averaging less
was
than
on the court.
20. Like, the
How
niggas
soon they
understand
forget?
that? like, do niggas understand that, bro?
That's it. Melo, because like I said, Melo, Kobe, and Durant.
And if
only niggas
Melo
I've
was
ever
to
seen,
play
like, it didn't
anywhere
matter where they
besides
were, they were
OKC
comfortable.
last year, he
And I'm not
averages
talking
20
about like
again.
JR. Yeah, that's a fact. And like, and I'm not even one like, and if he declined as a player, fine. But it's like to throw someone like completely.
Well,
under
that's
the
like
bus
even
after,
with me
like, one
being a
season and
Melo
shit
fan is like, all right, obviously, you know, everybody ain't gonna be LeBron. Everybody, you know, everybody body ain't like LeBron. Like, you know, everybody ain't able to kind of sustain their body the way LeBron has over, you know, that many years. So I mean, like I feel like Melo is declining now. Like I said, I still feel like he could have played anywhere else last year and averaged 20 a game. I damn near feel like if he was to actually play in Atlanta, which of course we know, but if he was to play in Atlanta, he would have averaged 20
that ain't
at
happening.
least.
See, and what's crazy is it's like, and I think the same thing, we talked about it too. It's like, to me, the best players, like for our specific age group that like we got to watch, and I'll even say like the younger guys, right? So I'm even gonna take Kobe out of this. I'm gonna take Dirk out of this. I'm gonna take Duncan out of this, right? Because they are a little bit older. To me, it was Chris Paul, D Wade, Melo, LeBron, and Dwight. That's like middle of the 2000s. Those are to me who I'm considering the best 5 of like truly belonging to that generation. When I think of Kobe, I think Kobe of older. I like said Duncan older,
Right.
Dirk older. Them niggas just all played 20 some years. And like it's wild the fact like obviously LeBron's still LeBron, and that's just, you know, that nigga's Mount Rushmore, fine, whatever. Like he's his own anomaly. Like Chris Paul gets hurt, still plays well. It's like Dwight. Like even as declining players, like these guys are still.
It's like because I mean,
really
even with
good,
Dwight, it's like he's
great.
still like a double machine.
Yeah, and niggas can't even get that no more. Like this is the low end of Dwight Howard, and like niggas celebrate Ennis Cancer, and I'm like, the best Ennis Cancer is the worst Dwight
That's
Howard.
a good ass. That was a good ass comparison right there, yo.
Like, it's crazy. And I only that because he was on TV today, which is why that nigga popped in my head. And like Ennis Cancer's a good player. I'm not even trying to shit on him, but like, don't like at one point, Dwight was hands down the best defensive player in basketball. He was, you could say he's the best center by default because it wasn't really shit. Melo was the best scorer in the game. You know, I was never going here, but like Chris Paul was like, if you wanted to argue D Will for like a year or two, but like Chris Paul was the best point guard in the game. Damn, every time I think of Darren Williams, like, and I used to not fuck with Darren Williams just simply because of that. But that's like the biggest fault.
I mean, that's a fault
That's
basketball
when
wise, but like my son's still getting them M's though.
That's when you start realizing that like it don't
That's
matter
fine,
if
but
y'all
like
change the name. And the Nets is the Nets.
They
they thought changing the name and all that was gonna be something new.
They just knew the Black Unis was gonna be cold.
Straight
They was
fire
killing
emojis.
Happy birthday to B. Roy,
nah,
man.
D Will trips me out. Yeah. No, see that's the thing. D Will's the only nigga like I've seen like fall off like that, and injuries ain't have shit to do with it. Like D Rose injuries, fine, I get it. Brandon Roy injuries, I get it. D Will just started playing like
D Rose is supposed to be better than everybody. No bullshit.
Low key,
like,
high key, actually. That shit ain't even low.
That's actually a good point. And I want to say this, and I don't have a bunch of time left more, just because I gotta wrap it up here in like the next 9 to 10 minutes. D Rose staying healthy versus Russell Westbrook. Who's better?
D Rose.
Now this is because they were compared when they first came in the league, because they both were doing the same shit. Like, we ain't never seen niggas who could, as a point guard, who was like that crazy athletically, and the way they played was similar. But Russ has changed so much, even the way he first came in the league, where it's like, I'm not sure what's better, Russ as he is now, or what I think prime D Rose would have looked like.
It's definitely a good conversation to have.
Because I still think, like, prime D Rose to me, like, if he stayed in his trajectory, is like the best D Rose you get is 28 and 8, not a great percentage, and probably still got turnover issues. And obviously, either the most athletic or second most athletic, wherever you want to put him and Russ, point guard in the league. And D Rose was a good defender. Like that, he definitely had over Russ.
D
Rose could fucking play defense.
Playing with Tibbs.
That's with Thibodeau, absolutely. But and that team is, and what was crazy, it's like, and I wasn't even like the biggest D Rose person, but like looking back on it.
Well, no, and
like
I think D Rose is more athletic than Russ though. I think Russ is more explosive. But I think just as far as like even if you look at like some of the highlights, like some of D Rose highlights, just watching some of the dunks he was doing, are like,
I don't know if Russ is
but it was like
Rose,
I think
like,
D Rose.
When
I say explosive, I mean like
over.
Russ is like more of a power dunker. Like, you know, like,
oh, tell Goran Dragic that, because D Rose definitely.
But even with that, it was almost just like Dragic ain't stand a chance because Dragic couldn't get up. He couldn't get up that high. Or that's like the one. That's like the one alley-oop that he caught. It was like the nigga just went up like I don't know. I think D Rose was more athletic.
John Lucas.
Hey, who the nigga LeBron jumped over?
The third.
That's an all-time highlight. That's the crazy. That might be LeBron's ultimate highlight. That nigga.
Granted, John Lucas was like 5'9".
Hey, that's like. Hey, who was it? Who did fucking Giannis jump over this year?
I could not tell you.
He was on the.
Oh, we definitely don't know.
It was on the Giannis
on the Knicks. Porzingis was injured.
I know about two people on the Knicks right now. Yeah, that's Trey Burke and KP.
And that nigga Frank, whatever his last name is.
And like, Frank
Giannis jumped over to get actually terrifying. Because Giannis already 6'11". Like, that nigga got, like...
Fucked up thing about Giannis is he can't even really play basketball yet. like the nigga just like big.
He great off athleticism right now. Like, it's like
that's what I'm saying. He can't play.
Like, when Blake
he can't
started
even play
to learn
basketball
how to
yet.
hoop, like he started getting hurt. Like, early on, Blake was just more athletic than everybody.
I mean,
when he really learned how to like play and like dominate, he started getting hurt. No,
Ben Simmons in the same category.
He just can't shoot.
What is that, bro?
Ben
don't you gotta get Rick out of here?
Passing. Nigga, no, I'm saying this is not even like just to say some outlandish shit. It's like, to me, and what makes Giannis crazy to me, and I'm the first one to think I think Giannis travels left and right. I think that the nigga definitely can't shoot, and his ability is completely off of his athleticism. But if you telling me just off raw talent, like his passing ability is good, his vision is good, and everything else being raw as fuck, he's the best player in the game.
Like Ben,
I can agree with you on that. I don't know what Ben Simmons came into this up.
But like Ben,
I think Ben Simmons is. I think
Ben's ability to control the team is more polished than Giannis. His ability to like run the offense, just like pick spots, put niggas in certain positions is like better than Giannis. Like his ability to like his vision is better than Giannis to me. Like his ability to be that.
He got better IQ.
Yeah,
he got better IQ than Giannis right now.
And I'll give you that, but that's still, if you're saying like his vision and passing, which I'll give you, I'll say that it's better than Giannis, and Giannis has good. And like I'm not, like, especially for the nigga being like damn near 7 feet tall. And he might be 7 feet. I don't know. The nigga grows weird. Like Giannis also got some fucking weird ass ET looking arms. But it's like if you take away like the passing and vision, what else can?
But
you
I mean,
do?
are we comparing
like,
Giannis
separates
today,
those two players?
like in year 4 to Ben Simmons in year 1? I'm not talking about
He's
age,
only
bro. I'm talking about time in the league.
But that's what I'm saying though. But if you've been playing basketball, I'm talking about playing basketball for X amount of years of your life, and I think Ben's 21? He's about to turn 21.
Maybe 22.
All right, so 21, 22 around there. Giannis is 23.
I mean, that's
so it's like to only be a year.
I mean, that's cool enough,
older,
but there's niggas that's like 4 years older than motherfuckers and like higher grades though. Like if you've been doing something longer than somebody at a certain level, then you're going to know more than them, or like just had that experience over them.
Okay, I'm just like I said. I'm just saying like I'm not disagreeing with that, but this is like my thing where it's to me. I'm not willing to put Ben Simmons over certain people, or even like put Ben Simmons in certain categories.
Who put him over Giannis though?
Because he still has only really shown.
So now, all right. Let's look at it like this. So, if we saying that they pretty much, I mean, because you basically saying that they damn near the same right now, right?
Yes, and with Giannis, I think is more athletic.
Right, but if you was to like rate them, you would damn near say, I mean. Not even rating, but you saying they pretty much, damn near the same. So now, do we think? So if they pretty much the same right now, and Giannis is I think this is him going into year 4. When Ben Simmons going into year 4, do you think he's going to be better than Giannis is right now?
I don't know, and I'm not even gonna with the way the trajectory of him. I'm not even gonna say that's him that's predictable, because there's what bugs me especially, and bugs both of them, because I don't think Giannis will ever be able to shoot. I think he will get a little bit better maybe as far as a standstill jump shooter. And
I mean, if he could get the 33% from 3, he good money. I mean, he shot at 31 this season from 3. Like 2 a game.
But how many threes did he take?
And if you keep it 100, we don't even know if Ben can shoot or not because he ain't shoot.
Yeah,
that nigga was scared to shoot.
He can't though. I've been watching that nigga since.
I know. I'm just saying. Yeah, we know he can't, but
No, that's and so I'd even say that is Ben's even coming from a farther back, he's coming from even a lower grade of shooting than Giannis is. And Giannis had to fucking relearn a whole other language. He had to learn a whole other language, come from another country. I don't know. It's I know when I know Will thinks Embiid's better. Who do you think is the best player on the Sixers? All right. So, and I agree. Now, the reason why I would say that is because Embiid to me to be one of the best players in the league, or to be one of the best players at your position, is the skill set is more important to me than just the overall athleticism. The athleticism is cool, great. You can get away with a lot of stuff while you're athletic or while you're just bigger than everybody. But in order for me to say that for me personally, to put you in a top or higher end of the league, it has to be based on your skill set. And to me, Ben Simmons has too little of a skill set to be considered one of the best players, even just one of the best point guards in the East.
Well, I mean, what do you mean one of the best?
For me,
out of how many point guards are we talking about?
So you taking Kyle Lowry over Ben Simmons? No, just as a player.
From a skill perspective, yes.
As a hooper.
Yes, I would take Kyle Lowry.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't, yo.
I absolutely would.
Who's the better shooter? What, 3-point shooter? I guess Kyle Lowry. That ain't saying much,
Shooter.
but I guess.
Anything.
Hey, let's see how many point guards. Before you get out of here, let's see how many
Right.
point guards in the East you taking before you say, okay, I'm going to take Ben. You taking Kemba over Ben? Okay, you taking Eric Bledsoe over Ben?
Yes.
Because we just going to leave out Kyrie and John Wall.
Nigga.
No, I would not take.
Yeah,
Eric.
that's
No,
what
well,
I
we
said.
leaving out
We're going
Kyrie
to
and
leave,
John
we gonna
Wall.
leave
That
out
was
Kyrie
obvious.
and John Wall.
I'm not.
Yeah,
Right,
Okay,
yeah.
so
of
Kyrie and
course.
John Wall, we defended.
So,
So those two, we are in
we
agreement.
get to
They're
that. You
over Ben.
taking Muff, then the shooter
Okay.
done. So you taking...
And we talking about starting point guards, right?
Ain't no way. I'm looking at this shit right
Well,
now.
I
It's
got
like,
4.
there's no way, bro. You not saying he not a top point guard in the
No,
East.
we
Like,
could just, it's only 16. It's only 16 starting point guards in the East. So 15 other than.
And I got 4 right now. So
Okay.
I got Lowry, Kemba, Kyrie,
You taking
John
Chris
Wall
Dunn over him
right now.
No,
y'all think
I mean that's
fair to say? You
debatable. I
taking
mean,
Ben over Kemba?
I like
or
Kemba.
Kyle?
I'm not taking.
The
I'm not taking. I'm not taking Kyle Lowry over Ben though.
I'm not taking Kemba over Ben.
The Kemba thing is
like
debatable.
personally,
Like I said,
it's debatable. Yeah, for sure.
Kyle Lowry ain't debatable, but whatever. So, all right, Chris Dunn is the starter for the Bulls.
No, I'm not taking him over Ben. And that's
Yeah,
only because.
right.
And
So
I like
you
Chris
said
Dunn,
no
but
for
I'm
Eric
not
Bledsoe.
taking over Ben. So yeah, no for Eric Bledsoe. And I would have taken Eric Bledsoe like give me 2 years ago, but I think Eric
D'Angelo
Bledsoe
Russell.
is probably down. I'm sorry, what was last name? Fuck no. But the reason I'm not
Hey, it
taking
don't matter.
D'Angelo
That's one
Russell
more
ain't got
person you're
nothing
not
to do with
taking over, man.
Ain't got nothing to do with fucking about. I'm just not taking D'Angelo Russell over a fucking homeless man. Like
Goran Dragic,
I'll take a nigga in the crowd who's eating nachos and like 30 pounds overweight.
Who the fuck going Dragic play for?
Miami.
Oh yeah. I'm not taking. I fuck with Dragic. I'm not taking Dragic over Ben. What about you, Justin?
Oh my god.
That's
It's been a great episode,
really
man. We had a lot of.
No, hold on.
to
We
talk
gotta
about.
finish it. We gotta finish this.
No, I'm
You
saying
take
that because I'm
yes or
saying
no?
though, it's like I
No, but you need to. You
That'd
need
be
to
a
pick
toss-up.
one. Yes or no, nigga.
here's my question, and I'm gonna let y'all decide this one.
Yo, you getting current Goran
Am I
Dragic,
getting
yo?
because Dragic got hurt
2018.
during last year? Am I getting injured?
Healthy as shit.
Like, am I getting
Healthy
healthy
to
going
roof.
Dragic?
Okay, whatever, nigga.
All right.
All right,
Jeff Teague.
No, I'm not taking Jeff Teague.
Who else? What teams are we missing in the East?
You taking Reggie Jackson over?
Who the fuck's Orlando have?
Who the fuck is the point guard for Orlando?
I have no idea.
So we know you ain't taking that nigga over. Whoever he
No,
is,
we
we
got
know
no
you ain't
baby.
taking him over Ben Simmons.
You taking Trae Young over Ben Simmons?
Nigga.
That's not even like Trae Young.
So
hasn't
who was they
played an
started
NBA
last
game.
season? Dennis Schroeder. Yeah.
Get the strap.
No, but yeah, like,
no, because
my
how
thing
many?
is,
So
it's
how
like-
many people you taking over? So he a top
and I
six
sit
point
there and
guard
think
in the East.
fucking-
I think you got. I think you like pull 5 out your ass just cause.
and like, okay, then even comparing, do you think? How do you think?
I mean, the
Zach
West
is
is a
in the
different
West?
story.
There's more accomplished PGs in the West.
So okay, and so taking that, so would you say? Do you think Ben Simmons
Top
is the
10,
top 10 point guard
probably
in the
not.
league?
But that's because, like, I just think about the point guards in the West.
Steph.
You talking about
CP,
Steph.
Russ. Dame.
Steph, CP, Russ, Dame.
That's 4 right there.
No, because him and
Y'all counting
CP
James Harden
started
point guard?
together. So I mean, one of them niggas had to be the point guard, but he ain't getting picked over neither one of them. But I don't think they could both be on the list. Who else? Who the fuck's off of these other teams in the West?
No,
We said Steph. Yeah.
Steph. Did we already say Steph? So we got Steph, Chris, Russ, Dame. I mean, I'm
it's
Drew Holiday
debatable
out
if
there,
we're
but
going
niggas
on
ain't gonna
last
take him
season.
serious.
But then what? I mean, last season, what's his name was the point guard
Well,
anyway.
Ben Simmons only got last
Drew
season.
started at the 2.
Drew started at the 2 the latter half of the season.
He was
in the
2 and
playoffs.
not it.
Otherwise, Drew was the point. Which, and don't get me wrong, I'm the first nigga to tell you I think Drew Holiday's the better 2 guard. I'm not even going to debate that. But if we just talk about the position they play, like he's technically a point guard, but I think he's better as a 2.
I can't even think.
Personally.
Who else in the fucking West that we missing? Like the best? Because I mean, you got Lonzo.
Now I'm not taking Lonzo. I'm not taking Lonzo over Ben Simmons.
I mean, let's see. Hold on, I'm pulling this shit up now to make sure. See who we missing. San Antonio. Who the fuck was that? Yeah, no. Denver.
DeJounte Murray. Oh, yep. But Tony Parker's
Westbrook played Jamal Murray with Denver.
I don't even think I would take Tony Parker.
Nice. Ain't that who played point guard? Jamal Murray. He played point guard for Denver, right? I fuck with him.
Yeah, I think Jamal Murray played PJ.
I fuck with Jamal Murray too. I don't think I'm taking
So
him
what
over
about
Ben,
Dennis
but I fuck with
Smith?
Jamal Murray.
No.
I have to say not for right now because Dennis Smith definitely got.
Man, I think it was for the
everybody
tank though.
Dallas. Yeah, no, they were, but like Dallas was starting niggas like Dallas was starting like G League niggas like they was doing double headers like going down to the G League and playing the game.
It was tanking.
Playing the game. No, that's a fact. It's like I don't even know what like my overall. I don't even know where I would rank like someone like Dennis Smith because he hasn't even played enough. And I like Dennis Smith. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not. I'm not gonna pick a nigga who just can't play.
You taking Mike Conley over Ben?
Mike Conley was the first nigga to finesse the league out of 150. I'm not taking Mike Conley in the 150 M's over Ben. But if salary don't play a part, I guess that's debatable. Depending on who, because he do play in Memphis, and it depends on who you put around him. I fuck with Conley.
That too, Conley. That's actually now Ben's taller and more athletic, but that's a similar play style.
So, in conclusion, is Ben Simmons a top 10 point guard in the NBA?
Probably.
I think he a point forward anyway, but whatever.
I mean, we in position.
I mean, LeBron on the list. LeBron definitely on the list.
Like you said, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's such a weird thing because, like, but they gave that nigga point guard. Like when LeBron first started, he was the starting point guard.
What about Draymond?
Like,
nigga. What about?
I'm not taking Donkey from Shrek.
Nigga said Donkey from Shrek. It's crazy how we got to this point talking about Giannis, and then it snowballed into
Draymond being Donkey from Shrek.
Oh no!
I thought you was gonna say Welvin.
Nigga said Welvin. That was the throwback.
Welvin the Great.
That was a throwback.
Oh shit! Hey, did Joe? Is this supposed to be a dude or a chick doing that logo shit, Joe?
I think it's a girl. I think it's because it say something like she and about some shit like that in the bio.
Did she ever respond back?
I said I told her to just send us like 1 or 2 mock joints before she like really get down to it, and we'll check them out. Then we could get down to business on that shit.
Right. Did she ever respond back or not?
No, not sure.
No, okay.
Maybe listen to Murray or something.
We ain't shouting
shout out to her.
out yet. We'll wait till we get the finished product.
Hey, we ain't
So
gonna
shout
say
out
nothing
to you
bad
until we get
at
the
least
mock.
get the mock.
We ain't putting your name out there
That's
like we
a
did
fact. There you
Skiba.
go, see?
Definitely got him some fame.
You think if he listens to this episode, you know he gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
We put greatest big man and we ain't put Wilt on that bitch.
100 points, Wilt.
And I'm about to at that nigga right now. Start this shit right back up. Start the beef back up, man. Get the strap.
Hey, there you go. You gotta.
I just went to this nigga shit, so he
Your
retweeted
seventh
some
man.
shit talking about people forget Will had the highest recorded vertical jump in NBA history, 48 inches. Like, how did we know this, nigga?
And nigga, Vince Carter
Nigga
definitely got a
talking about
48-inch vert. The fuck?
This nigga out here with it. It's propaganda. This is Wilt
I
propaganda.
just want to know how old
Hey,
it is. I just want to know how old he is. Because
we gonna end
watch
it on
the nigga
this.
be like 14 or something. Like
He gonna say niggas forget it.
like
14.
nigga, what you mean niggas forget? Like nigga, you never knew.
Like even say Wilt did score 100. Like how much clout am I giving that if the tallest nigga on the other team was 6'5"?
That's a fact. Nah, so here's how we're gonna end this episode. So you got your sixth man, now you got to pick your seventh man. You only got two choices though. You got
I'm good
Wilt
with
and Jerry
six.
West. Who you rolling with?
niggas really be mad. Like, damn, you gonna do that just so you don't have to pick Wilt or the logo? I definitely honestly feel like with all the changes in the league, making it's time to change the logo. We need Kobe snuffing Chris Childs. Chris Childs snuffing Kobe.
Hey, why is Jerry West still a logo? It's so many options that niggas could pick.
Like you said, Chris Childs snuffing Kobe.
No,
Matt Barnes faking the ball at Kobe.
Bobby Porter snuffing
knuckling up on Mirotic.
Snuffing Mirotic.
Hey man, he had my man in the hospital not wanting to return to practice.
That nigga ain't want to come back to Chicago after that.
Yeah, no, my man was shook. That's why he got shipped to the Pelicans. Yeah. I'm still tripping over DeMar. That nigga DeMar DeRozan, what he put on his Insta story, quick to give you away for a little bit of nothing.
For a little bit of nothing.
I said, damn, nigga, they got Kawhi.
That nigga got a point of Kawhi dip.
Hey, shout out to DeRozan.
Definitely shout out to
Second
DeRozan.
greatest Raptor in history.
Statue soon come.
Like I said, I was like,
it's going to be two statues
outside
the Raptors arena. Drake and DeMar DeRozan.
Look, it should just be Drake and the actual Raptor.
Like the actual
dinosaur. I definitely think, like the actual dinosaur. But I definitely think the Raptors could definitely finesse that deal if they just go on and trade Kawhi. Tell them go on and get Brandon Ingram in a pick or something. You ain't got to ask for all that extra shit the Spurs is asking for. You could go out there and finesse it right now. You say, shit, y'all can have this nigga give me Brandon Ingram and give me a pick,
give me
a first and a second round pick or something. You ain't getting both of those.
You don't think they'll give you B.I. and Lonzo?
And the pick now.
Shit, I'd take B.I. and Lonzo.
Hell no.
No, I would take it, but I'm just saying I don't think the Lakers give it.
Oh, no, yeah, you're probably right.
That's
but
I probably only
going to
get one.
For the pick, though.
Nigga, put Lonzo and B.I. I think that'd be all right. I mean, you could, especially if you finesse fucking, you say, yeah, y'all take Kyle Lowry and Kawhi.
Nigga said, we'll want Kyle. Nigga said, we know. Just take him.
Look, hey, take Kyle and Kawhi and give me Lonzo and B.I. and a pick. But I think if any, but they ain't gonna want to get fired. They ain't gonna want to pay Kyle however much that nigga make. They don't want to pay it.
Hey, no,
Cal got
imagine the
that.
shit LeVar talking
3 years for
Lonzo
90,
like
some
play
crazy
for like a
shit.
country, like let alone like a city. Like let that nigga play for a whole country. They could go come up with the big baller brand Canada wear.
I think if they could finesse a deal like that, like I think that's a win for them. Cause like
Brandon Ingram in the first round pick. If they traded Kawhi right now, I think that's the win. Just because Kawhi not staying. Like, there's no point.
but it's like one of them things that where like, if I know he ain't gonna stay, I'm either finessing the Lakers or I'm trading him to the Clippers for Tobias Harris or something.
Send him to Charlotte.
Well, nah, because it's like, all right, ain't nobody. You figure Toronto already done. Ain't nobody else gonna try to take this nigga if they know he ain't staying. So you figure you basically gonna put the Lakers in a situation because it's like, nigga, either y'all take him or we'll ship him to the Clippers and he'll stay there. So now y'all just lose out on him altogether. But I mean, shit, it depends. But I'll take BI in a pick, and you could probably in that type of deal you could probably get Josh Hart too, since niggas is like so big on him and shit.
Niggas really talking about LeBron, Brandon Ingram, Kuzma, Hart, and Lonzo. Like, that's a death lineup.
Niggas going down the court against the Warriors. The Warriors gonna kill them niggas.
Good one,
yo. On that note, don't forget all the socials. Shout them out. Go follow. Y'all niggas keep looking at the tweets. Go retweet one of these shits. Go like one of these
Follow us at
NF_, right?
Yep.
We're gonna get this shit down next week. NF_podcast on all platforms.
Podcast. People been fucking with that power tweet, even though I was dead ass serious.
I still gotta watch that shit. I ain't watched that shit, y'all.
Hey.
I'll probably watch that shit tomorrow night.
Happy birthday to Brandon Roy.
Yeah, man. Insecure coming back soon. They said my boy ain't gonna be on there. I don't know if I'm watching now.
Shout out to Lawrence, man.
I'm bullshitting. Shout out to Issa Rae.
Hey, whoa! Follow us before niggas follow me like Tekashi.
That ain't it, though.
Hey, we definitely don't know if the Tekashi story is true or not. We all hope so, though.
Damn.
Hey, I know how we say.
Maybe we don't all hope so, but I hope so.
I know how we say free niggas on here, but we need to start saying lock some niggas up. So, R. Kelly.
R. Kelly, yeah, you need life. even if it is only about 2 or 3 years, you need it.
Send that nigga to jail.
My nigga said, can you really define
R. Kelly, you need jail time. Bill Cosby, I think you did it.
Hey, white people, we'll give y'all OJ. Y'all take R. Kelly with him.
OJ, I don't know if you did anything since you've been home, but you can go back.
and that's on everything, man. But we rigged out here.
Who the other? I need one more nigga. One more nigga gotta go.
Shit.
Hey, this is a picture of that niggas with allegations.
I ain't ready to. I don't know. I know. Russell Simmons got new allegations, but I ain't ready to book you yet, Russell.
Keep Cat free forever.
Yeah, man. I definitely was scrolling the timeline and seeing Cat in the headlock.
Damn. Again.
About a 12-year-old kid. Hey, they had the picture side by side with the Love and Basketball joint saying Android versus iPhone.
That's a fact.
All right, y'all. I think that's it. Follow us. Show some love.
Definitely gotta show love. Shout out to Nelly. Just cuz.
Shout out to Nelly, man. Floyd and 50. Y'all gotta squash the beef, man. 50 ready to take it to a new level. Floyd, chill.
Hey, no, it's surgical summer.
Your Ghost Rider ain't got enough ammo.
It's definitely a surgical summer for 50. So Floyd, keep playing if you want.
Congrats to Pusha T on tying the knot.
Definitely congrats to Push on the nuptials.
Well, you say hell of a dad thing.
I want to end this on one of my favorite Pusha lines. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm done.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice